Okay. So, meetings. And today, okay, awesome. Okay. So, reviewing Civic Fest reunion, following the Media Lab resident subjects, and the dossier, language, organization, what are objective, deadline, standards, how do we pay, ownership, logo, website. We have a lot of things to go through. Do you want to start by reviewing the for the fest?
I saw that you put a file inside. I mean, I think it's the discourse, right? I mean, what is the Factory Fest concept and everything?
Yeah. Because basically, like you see that the folder is named like CivicLab meets CivicWise. So basically, I'm putting every document that is relevant to our collaboration.
Okay. Okay. Well, about the Civic Factory, maybe you should start. I mean, if you have any questions, specific question, because I don't know exactly what do you want to review about the Civic Factory Fest? Or?
No. Basically, it was like as you said in the channel that it was like it was basically this happened, and basically like because I could not attend all of the reunion.
Mm-hmm.
And I was wondering if something was said during regarding the CivicTechlab, if there was something that we needed to integrate, some comments that people have said.
Okay. Well, last week was the first meeting for the Civic Factory, and we have a hangout with the people who are in Valencia working right now.
Okay.
About this, basically, I mean, the message that they send to everyone is that we have the huge empty building that needs to be filled with content.
Okay.
And what I mean, it's not about ask about help. I mean, they are not asking about help. The thing is that we need to create the contents, every one of us together, and we need to propose things. I mean, there's a lot of time because we have 6 weeks. We have the building during 6 weeks. So, well, at the first time, and I think that Dome was told you this in the first meeting that you have with him. I was there in the last minutes. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah.
And you were talking about the Factory Fest. And at the first time, we were thinking about to have all the different contents separate. I mean, 1 week for the civic design course, 1 week for the Agora with meetings with citizens and everything, 1 week for the local camp, and 1 week for the expo. The people there was thinking that maybe this does not make sense because I mean to work separately every subject, and it's more about to have a building with all this content at the same time, so you can create. It's more interesting to create links between the civic design course and the Agora, for example, with citizens and public institutions, collectives of the city and everything, and things like that. The only thing that is set and date is the local camp, because it needs to be in a specific date, so the whole community knows
when is it exactly? You told me. I don't remember.
Between 12th. Finally, it's going to be between 12th and 20th of the 20th of November.
24th, so 12 days.
20th, yes, 8 days.
Okay.
It's a week.
So basically,
No.
what I think.
24,
yeah,
no, 20th.
20th.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, we have the residents in Media Lab.
Yeah.
We have the residents in Media Lab from September onwards until November.
Yeah.
Until when does it finish?
It's not confirmed right now. I mean, we need to set the dates with them.
Mid-November.
Yeah, but mid-November.
So basically, they are like overlapping, like because the Civic Factory Fest, the whole process starts already now. No.
The whole process starts the 1st of November.
Okay.
Until 10th December. Okay. Right now, there are people there working and trying to organize everything and talking with all the agents that is right now are working there. I mean, collectives, public institution, university, and so on. But the first start the 1st of November until the 10th of December.
Okay.
Then,
what I'm gonna. Yeah, tell me.
Yeah. No, that's it. I mean.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a ritual planning because I think that in order to organize us and as the different events are overlapping and basically like following one another, it's important to say, okay, for the Media Lab, this is our objective and this is the final product that we want to have. Local camp, this is what we want to have. Civic Factory Fest, this is what we want to have, and what we want to exhibit.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, setting goals, we can also evaluate like what went well and have a feedback on our own work.
Yeah,
so
okay.
I'm going to do this. Okay, awesome. Okay, for the dossier, maybe while I'm doing this, you can explain me further your idea of el objetivo general de esta residencia es el desarrollo de una plataforma de tecnología cívica. Que sea capaz de producir nivel general. Vale. What were you thinking about? What does it mean? So yeah.
Okay. Well, right now, like I said in the Slack, the objective needs to be built between us, between CivicWise, between the team that we built, you, Alfonso, Domenico, Joanna, and also them. And we need to start talking to create a common objective. Right now, what we have is aims or focuses that we want to go through. I mean, they have this idea of trying to link the project that is going to be built in this residence, link this with the presupuestos participativos. I don't know how to say in English.
Mm-hmm. Participative process.
Okay, but that they right now are doing. So there's the possibility to make this real, and for that I think that what we need, I mean, we need to start to check what is being done in these presupuestos participativos and trying to look for necessities or things like that we have to, that we can cover with our project. We were talking with the guy and from Media Lab, and they have this idea to link, of course, this civic tech with some project of urbanism or architecture, because I mean the main the field that we cover right now, the team is that. So it makes sense that we go for some subject like this. But right now, everything is very open. I mean, and they are very flexible to start to talking and to try to find something together. So also, for example, for the dates, they are very flexible. And
yeah, because I think because basically I think we have to think about like like we have to I think we have to set like basically we know like because to be really honest I was a bit surprised by the objective of the project because it seems I don't know or maybe I didn't understood well, but like for me the Civic Tech Lab was basically like investigation groups. And so basically okay, so Civic Tech Lab is a research group, and the residence is basically a project of its own that will be presenting in the local camp. But like I think is we have to put like to write down what is the objective so that we don't get out of our goal and we stay consistent.
yeah, of course, but that objective, we need to go deeper with that. I mean, not today. It's not a process that is going to be built in one day. We need to, but of course, but it's I think it's different. I mean, it's not different, but we have, on one hand, the Civic Tech Lab is a research group, as you said, and then we have this project that, of course, is linked with Civic Tech Lab because the main subject is linked with the Civic Tech Lab, but it's a project where we can prototype or try to get value and knowledge for this project for the Civic Tech Lab, and that's why one of the entities collaborators is the Civic Tech Lab as an entity that is going to put value to the project in human resources, in material resources, and everything. But the idea of have right now a specific project that we need to prototype is not against the idea of have a research group that the only objective is, as we said in the collaboration term, as trying to find a methodology and trying to research what is behind Civic Tech. It's more about that than prototype things, but to prototype these things and to do that during 2 months can give us a lot of feedback about that methodology, what is work, what is not working, and as a group, as a research group, and working with public institution, working with another institution which is not Civic La Barcelona and not CivicWise. So I think it's very, very interesting.
Yeah, it is. It is. I'm just thinking about like, okay. Okay. Because basically, I think it's still important. Yeah, I think it's still important to basically say like how we're gonna work, because you said that there will be you that will be like physically at the Media Lab every day. The rest of the team, they were in Valencia. How is this working? Because like what are the engagement level? All the things that you have been talking about. Maybe we should have a Skype together. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, because the rest of the team is not everyone of the. I mean, all the team is not in Valencia. There's some in Valencia, as Domenico, but for example, Alfonso is in the north of Spain. Joanna is in Paris. You are going to be in Argentina alone. It's not everyone in Valencia, and me are going to be every day with the Media Lab. Then it's a thing that we also need to discuss together, and I think that when probably this week, Media Lab is going to send us how the resident works with the specifics. So then we can start to talk about this project with everyone, with Alfonso, with Domenico, with Joanna, and so on. But I think that that we need to build I don't know, a protocol to work, which we have 1 week meeting with all the, at least with the work team. I mean, Domenico, Joanna, you and me. Maybe not the participants, because the participants are known as a part of the team that can work with the team for specific tasks, specific times. I mean, we can use them to specific moments for the project, but and also can participate whenever they want. But the core team is the work team and the coordinator. So then I guess that what we can have is at least one Hangout session weekly, and also we need to create in this course discussion about this. So every we can know what has been done in Media Lab and so on. And I have to take a charge of trying to communicate everything to you. But
Yeah.
first of all, we need to know how it's going to work the residents, to know and to work from that.
Because all the discussion that you had with the rest of the team, when do you have this discussion?
No, not yet. Not yet, because right now we don't have the specific for the residents. I mean, we build this. We
no, okay, yeah, of course, but like, okay, no, but I'm because basically I'm thinking that, okay, if we are a team, then we have to think also about like how do we work together, you know, like if we have a Skype just together every 2 weeks, but the rest of the team does not participate in this Skype, but still like, but you have like meetings around, I think it would, I don't know. You see what I mean?
Yeah, but we are not having meetings around this. I mean, right now, all the dialogue that is done in CivicWise about this issue is on Slack, or Discourse, all these open sessions. There is no other dialogues. That's why I ask you to have the conversation in Slack and not in Telegram, because
but or maybe I didn't see it, but I don't think that this discussion occurred in the CivicTechlab Slack, because
no, that's what I'm saying, because right now it doesn't start. I mean, we didn't start to engage the whole team and everything, because we just get started. I mean, we just send a dossier with the team, but right now we are not working on it. So that's what I'm saying. I think that we need to be step by step. We right now send the dossier, and the Media Lab confirms the resident. So this week is going to be official, because they are going to send a specific for the residents. Then when we have that, this is going to be an open information, and then we are going to finally engage the whole team, Alfonso, Domenico, and so on, to start to work. And then we can start to work to develop, for example, these kind of protocols that we were talking about. Okay, we are going to have 1 weekly Hangout session, or maybe 2. For example, me, how am I going to communicate everything that I'm going to do in the Media Lab? I have to, for example, prepare a video per day, for example, to explain everything and so on, or maybe a report, daily report in this course. I mean, this kind of thing we need to discuss this, but I think that we have enough tools to make it work. I mean,
Okay, so basically, if basically we're waiting for the Media Lab specifics, then we could concentrate on the objectives. No.
Sorry?
If we if we are waiting for the Media Lab specifics
Yeah.
that are going to be next week? Because when are you going to enter the Media Lab? Because it says on the dossier that it's from September onwards.
15th is the date that we proposed, but it's not official yet. 15th,
Okay.
we say that it's going to be 15th because
to be confirmed.
But because it's the day that I mean, the sooner that I can go to Madrid, but maybe it's a little bit later. But right now, what we were talking about is to go there and start the 15th.
Okay, awesome, cool. Yeah. Okay.
So for example, what I think is the issues or subjects for the next meeting. Maybe I prepare another document because there's some things that we can right now write it down. Some issues that is coming out. Because, for example, this issue about the protocols between the team. This is a thing that I think that we need to discuss in the next week, because then we are going to have the specific for the Media Lab. They give us more information about what do they want with these residents, so we can build. We can start to work about the objectives, about the protocols, and everything.
Okay. Okay. So basically,
something says. So right now, I mean, today we are here.
Because in the tool list we wrote like elaborate planning the working relation of the next big events. So okay, so we're waiting next week. So maybe this week, as we cannot do this, we can think about the websites, all the things that should be done by the start of the Media Lab. Now, having an email, having things like this. How do we pay as a collective? What is the status of the CivicTechlab? What are the standards? So we can.
Okay.
Because we're waiting for the other things. So I don't know. What do you think?
I think that to work specifically for this project for the residents, we need to wait to they give us the specifics about the residents. I think that right now what we can do in this session is to work, because I think that we have enough issues to talk about CivicTechlab and CivicTechlab and CivicWise and CivicLab Barcelona. But about the project, about the residents, I think that is an issue that we need to discuss in the next week, also with Domenico, Alfonso, and Joanna, and with having the specifics for the residents.
Okay, awesome.
It's just to be productive, I mean, because I think right now we can talk about some things, but we are going to need to discuss this again the next week with everyone, and also with the information that we are going to receive from Media Lab. So
yeah, okay, awesome. Okay. Do you want to start?
Okay, we can.
Because
yeah, tell me.
Basically, like the team. I think we can say that the team for the residents will be the same team for the whole camp and for the whole project. No. or not?
What? Repeat.
The team for the residents
Yeah.
will be the same for the Civic Tech Lab project.
Maybe, but I mean, as we were talking about, the CivicTechlab is an open research group.
Yeah, of course. No, but like so we have a base and see basically because
Yeah.
if we know how many people are like already into working on this, we can basically see that okay, how much work can we do, how far can we go in the amount of time that we have.
Of course, but I mean, for example, right now for the CivicTechlab, the ones that we are working is you and me, because are the ones that are producing documents and information. By now, Alfonso is also there, but right now, the last weeks, he cannot be. So right now, we can count that in CivicTechlab is going to be you and me. But in the next weeks, maybe someone get involved in the project. Then, if someone get involved in the project, you and me as a coordinators needs to then restructure the objectives. Because if we know that we have more people in the project, that you and me as a coordinator needs to coordinate these kind of things.
Okay. Yeah.
I think.
I understand. Yeah.
And
agree also.
And then there is the project for the residents. And the project for the residents, we are right now, Domenico, Joanna, you, it's Alfonso, you and me. Okay?
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so yeah.
So we can go to sample here. Anyway, this is a thing that...
Acabo de...
Yeah.
Acabo de terminar el retro planning para que veamos un poco en términos time-wise how are we going. I send you the link.
Okay. Anyway.
And so basically, I think it would be better if we have like one document, and I think it's supposed to be like nicer to see and easier, so we can basically position ourselves in time, you know. Okay, so awesome.
Okay, so
I think we have more like, okay. Because it would be nice also like to have a website where we can say, okay, so we're currently working on this, and this is our timeline, and so basically we can say, okay, this is the place where you can find us and where you can contact us.
Yeah, I agree. And what I don't know is, I mean, do you have any idea right now about how to work on that? When?
Yeah, timeline. Do you know the Knight Foundation?
What?
you know, the Knight Foundation, which is it's a foundation that funds civic tech projects, and basically they've been working with the Northwestern University to create the thing that I just sent you. Is basically a timeline that is pretty cool, I think, that is free, that you can put on the website. So you basically can show like, okay, so from this period and this period on, we were here, and this period and this period we were here, and maybe have something. So we can basically also like, because it would be interesting to not only open the project to other initiatives that we're working with, but also opening the project to anyone that would be interested in working on this.
Yeah, of course.
So
Make it online, okay.
And yeah, it would be also nice that okay.
Yeah. So for example, for the website, as I was saying, do you have any idea right now to how to work on that, or when do you? I mean, for example, to establish to set some goals for. We can say that we need to have this website for the global camp, or not, or earlier, or later, or that's kind of thing.
I think we should. I think that the basically is just like, we can have a website, but we need content to put on it, and obviously our objectives are not set yet, our working protocols are not set yet, so like it doesn't make sense to. But for me, I mean, like,
yeah, no, I agree.
So basically, but if we're thinking about, okay, so basically like it was all the thing about like basically open lab and ownership, like how like do we think CivicTechlab as an independent entity? If it is, like, should we keep on communicating on the Slack of CivicWise? Should we have our own website? Should we have our own email addresses? Should we have our own, you know, like like how do we think the project basically? Because like according to the objectives and according to the soul that we want to give to the project, we will be able to stem actions, deadlines, this and this. Also, like basically, this is one thing, and the other thing is like regarding like the residents, like for the objective, maybe just a comment, maybe we could have discussed about the formulation and about like what would be the objective of the residents, if we, you know what I mean?
I don't hear you very well right now. Sorry.
Oh, hey. You hear me?
Yeah, you were talking about the objective of the residents.
Yeah, I was talking about the residents. I was talking about the objective, and I was talking about like maybe like for next time, or when you want to change the dossier, maybe you could like put it on Slack, or like make it like, because okay, to be really honest, because I'm part of the team that's going to be to residents, but like I did not have the chance to give some ideas on what should be the objective of the residents. Even though I understand that it's CivicWise residents, but you know.
Yeah, but for example, when we create the first draft for the dossier, every one of the team was informed about that we were working there, and you could read the docs, the Google Docs, and then it's like that. I mean.
Yeah, no, but like what I'm saying is like, okay, you've been formatting and you've been working on the document, and thank you for this work. It was awesome. But the thing is this like the new version? Like
Yeah.
we did not, I did not have the opportunity to give some ideas on like what are going to be the objectives, because for the
But because we didn't create any objectives. This is the thing. I mean, that's what I said. What I said in the slide. I mean, the dossier was updated because they asked us just to add some comments in another chapter that we need to talk about something about the the project. But as you saw, we didn't talk any specific objective because we need to do it together, and we didn't have the time. This is a thing that that happens from one day to another. I mean, they asked this, and we need to send this. So we just add. I do it last night, and just add another chapter in the document, and we send it back to the Media Lab. So they can confirm and make official the resident, but it's just for that. I mean, after that,
okay,
and right
yeah.
now we need to. I mean, that dossier is not official at all. I mean, for nothing. I mean, because we didn't talk in that document about the objectives, the idea, what is going to be built, how, when, where. I mean, right now we didn't talk anything. So this is the thing that we need to start to build together next week when we have the specific residents, and that's why I said what I said.
Okay.
Also,
yeah. Okay. It's I didn't understand it that way. Okay. Perfect. So awesome.
but everything. I mean, in the right in the moment that we have this information, Jago is the guy that is in charge of this in Media Lab. So probably he is going to send an email to Domenico or me or both. I don't know. Probably Domenico. Then when we have this, and this is official, of course, this information is going to be shared in the Slack, and then we start to build the idea, to create the idea, to create the project, and to start to work on the project specific for the project in the Hangout session. So
okay.
I think that we need to maybe separate. I don't know how, but I think that we need to have Hangout sessions for the project of the residents, because it's just 2 weeks and it needs a lot of work of all of us. And then we need to have another Hangout session to keep going on this kind of issues about ownerships, Open Lab, standards for CivicTechlab, website about CivicTechlab, and so on. I think that we need to separate both things, because then it's going to be a mess.
True.
Otherwise, it's going to be a mess.
True. Okay. I agree. I totally agree. Yeah. I agree. Yeah, I think that basically like the yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking that basically that the project is in transition from CivicWise that is a project from different actors, and we have to find a way to find a common ground where everyone is happy. So have you been thinking about the project? Have you been okay, so do we think that, like, okay, as we said in the collaboration term, CivicTechlab is a collaborative project of CivicLab, Barcelona, and CivicWise that fusion and merge material solution into CivicTechlab. So basically, we think that CivicTechlab is an independent body, both from CivicLab Barcelona, born from CivicWise, and CivicLab Barcelona. We agree on this. So if we say that this is this, it means that we cannot have And this is what I talked about transition. We have to share a platform of work and the way we communicate and the drive, and you know what I mean?
Yeah. About this, I think that. Yeah.
Sure, sorry.
No, for example, I think that we need to have a common email and platform in an email for both. I mean, CivicTechlab email, and we both as coordinators can manage this account. But for each other, I don't know if it makes sense to duplicate infrastructure and platform. Because right now, for example, we have an infrastructure. And on the other, I mean, it's just I'm just thinking loud. I don't know. I'm not sure. Even me, I'm not sure. I'm just thinking that I don't know if it makes sense. Even it's a platform, for example, Slack or Discord of CivicWise. If right now we have an infrastructure that is working, and right now every one of us we are communicating each other through these two tools and infrastructure, digital infrastructure. I don't know if it makes sense to build another one to communicate. I mean, and I don't know, because it's just I mean, for example, I think that Slack is a very powerful platform to direct message and quick message. So it's very fast to build an Slack specific, for example, for CivicTechlab. And maybe makes sense because if in the future more people came into the project and came into the lab, maybe makes sense to have a specific Slack to CivicTechlab Slack. So because maybe someone gets into this project, into the lab, into the CivicTechlab, or is working in a specific phase, I don't know, some months from now, that is not part of CivicWise, and he doesn't want to know anything about CivicWise, and maybe it makes sense. I don't know. This is the thing that we need to discuss.
I think that I think that from the moment that we say that CivicTechlab is a collaborative project that is that CivicWise and CivicLab Barcelona gave birth to, but we're thinking basically is like I think it's funny that you mentioned basically okay, CivicWise and CivicLab Barcelona are the parents. So now basically we're thinking about how to educate our child and how we're going to do this, but we have to how child needs to be emancipated from both.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, totally agree. That's why I was thinking that right now, even me, I'm not sure about this.
You're not sure about this?
No, about how to do that, how to emancipate this child.
I think it's pretty simple.
But I agree that we need to do that, and that's what I said. We were talking about this by Telegram, and that's what I said. I think that this is CivicWise and CivicLab Barcelona don't own CivicTechlab. Right now, they are both coordinators of this project, but since it's an open lab, maybe 1 year from now, neither CivicWise and nor CivicLab Barcelona are there. Maybe, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It's not a laboratory that is. I mean, we need to be there from now to forever, because then it's going to be dependent of us, and I don't think this is good for the lab.
Yeah, clearly.
So I'm starting to think right now that, for example, if we are agree of maybe, then of course it's to communicate each other. It needs to create another platform. For example, if we decide that it's a Slack, it needs to create another Slack. So CivicTechlab, the people who is working in this lab, in this open lab, is inside that Slack, not in CivicWise.
Yeah, but the thing is, the residence is a resident that was offered to CivicWise, and CivicTechlab is a project that is like cooperating between in the project.
Yeah.
So as we have one hangout for CivicWise and one hangout for the residents and one hangout for the project as a whole, maybe we can keep we could keep on like CivicTechlab as as yeah, keep the Slack of the CivicWise as the Slack for the residents, or should we not?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe I agree, because this is the thing. For example, this specific project, the residence, is a residence that is offered to CivicWise, and then of course CivicWise link this project with the CivicTechlab. So of course it's going to be linked. So the thing that we are going to be communicate each other about this project and link with CivicTechlab is in the channel of CivicTechlab in Slack of CivicWise. But then the things that it needs to be discussed about this open lab, because maybe in this open lab, right now, because right now we are thinking about you and me, because are the only people that is who is there. But maybe 2 months from now, we are 20 people in CivicTechlab. Imagine, no? For example. So if we think about that, then the things about CivicTechlab and how to organize, how is going to be the governance of CivicTechlab, these things about open lab versus ownership, the standards and everything, the website, the goals, objectives for CivicTechlab needs to be discussed in this Slack for CivicTechlab.
Yeah, but the thing also, you remember what we talked about when we talked about CivicTechlab, we said that we wanted to have, like, I don't know, maybe we should discuss this. We said that we wanted to have a small team and not to start opening.
Of course, I would talking. I mean, it's not that I'm thinking to have 20 people. It's not going to happen even if we wanted. So, so it's just to imagine that we need to open our mind, because right now we are thinking about these kind of issues because we are only you and me, but we need to imagine this, how we want to work in the future, 1 year from now, not 1 month, but maybe 1 year, 2 years. Yeah. I don't know, but and start trying to think about this, because then it's going to be more, because for example, for us, it's very good that CivicLab Barcelona get engaged to the project of CivicLab Barcelona, or CivicTechlab, because then this kind of issues came out. Because otherwise, if we just, if right now CivicLab Barcelona weren't engaged in this project, we are not talking about this, and we have this CivicTechlab channel in Slack, and then we are not having this open lab without knowing this. So for us, it's very good that CivicLab Barcelona is engaged for this project, because then we can discuss about this and we can make it powerful.
I think I think that, I don't know, to be really honest, I think I think we have to trust each other, and we have to this is why I ask you about the team, because I think it's also like, if we're going to create a team, it's important to say, okay, so this is a team that people that we're going to work with, and also like try to get to know each other, not only, but I think you know this with CivicWise, that I think it's also important to say, okay, so this is the people we're going to work with, and we trust each other, and so that there's no.
I agree.
Because okay. So basically, what are we doing with this? The communication platform. Are we creating now? We could create. Maybe we could create a Lumio. Do you use Lumio?
I know it, but I'm not familiarized with it.
Basically, the good thing with Lumio is that, you know, in Slack, when you don't see Slack during 2 days, depending on the activity of the Slack, you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't see during 2 days of the Slack, basically, like, you just, like, there are like thousands of messages, and you don't know what is being discussed or what is not being discussed. What is good with Lumio is that there is people vote on the question that is asked, and we can change the question as we evaluate, as we go.
Okay.
So basically, it's good because also for the residents, if we're gonna work remotely, we'll need a platform to make decision.
Okay.
You
Yeah, it
know.
could be interesting. Yeah.
So what is okay? Because the thing is because I wanted to create a Lumio account, but it means that I will create it with my own account because we don't have an email to use to create. You know, should I create?
I can create it right now, but I don't know if I have to shut down my account. Maybe it's going to be interfering the Hangout because I'm doing the Hangout. You know what I mean?
No, I don't get it.
No.
Okay, if you want, I can create it. Okay, I'm gonna create it. I'm gonna invite you. I'm gonna invite Domenico, and so basically, because I think it's nice because it's something that, as you see Slack, you can also see this. Like, okay. I'm gonna put it in the Slack.
Okay.
So that you can get on it, and also because the thing is, okay, if we're gonna do this, like we need to change the logo because the logo is like is like is inspired by CivicWise iconography.
Mm-hmm. Well, just the T, maybe. I don't know. Yeah. Okay.
No. It's not the T. It's like the how do you put this? The colors on the T.
Yeah. That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
This kind of thing.
So, but I think this is not this is not a priority. If you want, I have a friend that can work on logo, and we can tell her like this is what we want to have, and she will tell us because like it's like because for us right now it's not the priority.
Okay. Yeah. No, for me it's not the priority.
Vale, okay. So, okay. So, because the thing, okay, because when we vote the domain, okay. So, Domenico bought the domain, and the domain is hosted on the same server as CivicWise.
I guess I didn't talk with him about this, but
because the thing is, like normally when we create a domain, we can create email addresses over like on the domain because we bought the domain.
Okay.
So basically, like once we know about like okay, is there like okay, should we like okay, do we want it's complicated because the thing is it's with ownership, like how like because we don't like basically the CivicTechlab doesn't have any server now or doesn't have anything that is like common. So basically what we can do is we could say that that the CivicTechlab domain is stays on the server of CivicWise, but that we create email addresses and we'll transfer to another server when the project will be going further.
Yeah, right now is
so because basically once we have email address, we can create like we can create like common communication platform, and we have to think also like how do we want to pay as an open select as a group.
Yeah, this is a thing that right now I think it's one of the main issues, and but I don't know if it's too big right now regarding the condition of the group that we are starting as a group and a lot of things. And I don't know because right now I don't. I mean, I guess that we can have just a common account. And
because I was thinking maybe an open collective, but also the question is like, do we need money right now?
Yeah, that's the thing. That right now is we don't have any, so we don't have any. So
okay.
I don't know if we need to start to think about this or not.
Okay, so basically, what we can say is that I'm going to write conclusion of the meeting because I have to go. What we could do is that I will send the logo to my friend.
Okay.
We will we need to put on Lumio basically what we want to like. What are the issues? Update Lumio with the issues and decision we want to make as a group, and create email addresses, and then we will wait next week for having the Media Lab specifics and see how it goes.
Okay, right now where are you typing?
I'm typing in the
Okay. Okay, and then for the domain, I think that we need to talk with Alfonso and Domenico for the server and things like this.
Okay.
But, okay. And for example, for the collaboration term, I think that we are, well, there was an issue that we didn't talk, it's about the language. For the rest,
I like the idea of like having a working language in English if you feel like it, and having like producing documents both in English and in Spanish.
Yeah, I think that the main language to communicate each other is English, but then we change the language regarding the location that we are working on. I mean, right now we are going to work in Madrid, so then we are working in Spanish. So I guess that it depends on the project and the situation, but to have as an international language so everyone or much people can be involved in the project.
Yeah. Agreed.
I guess the right thing to know.
Okay. Good. Good.
So, for example, for the next meeting, I think that for the next meeting of CivicTechlab, what we need to talk is about these specific protocols and tools. I mean, Lumio, Slack, this thing about the server and domain just to accurate these kind of things.
Yeah, for me also, like, something that is really important is the objectives, because I think that everything stems from this.
Yeah, I agree.
It's because basically it's like from those objectives that we will be able to say, okay, so if this is our objective, we're going to work on this, and we're going to work on this, and it's basically going to structure the project furthermore, because like all the other things that are like mainly organizational, and also part of the philosophy of the project, but not
Okay,
really, you know?
what do you think if to have the next Civic Tech Lab hangout, we wait until we have this first work group meeting about the residents. Yeah. So then if we have this meeting about Civic Tech Lab after, we can talk about what happened with this specific project, and I guess that it's going to be easy to talk about objectives and main issues and common aims and things like this.
Okay, perfect. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, perfect. So basically, I'm waiting for you to okay. Basically, so because for me, okay, so basically we have on the one side the objectives and basically the philosophy of the project, and the other side we have more like the technical part now, which is like,
yeah, that's the same.
Which is like, and this is the to do, which are like shared platform, working protocol, and methodology. And okay, good. So basically, I will be waiting for you to tell me when you have some news, and if you can check with the emails with the person in charge, that would be awesome.
So I create the email address. Just know I can do it.
You can do it?
Yeah, I mean, it's not a problem.
Okay, so what should be so we should create an email address like hello@civictechlab.earth, no?
Okay.
So that is generic. And because I don't think that right now we need like email address with our own names, do we?
No. I don't think so.
So good. Okay. Is there something that you wanted to discuss and that you did not discuss?
No, right now, I mean, I think this is.
Okay. Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome. How is it going in Paris?
Good. Today is very hot, but it's okay. I mean, a little bit crazy. Today is hot. Just the day before yesterday was raining, and it's a bit crazy, but it's okay. And this week,
climate change.
Yeah. I have some days off from the office, so yeah, good.
Okay. Nice. Okay. So enjoy your week.
You too.
I will be also thinking about the Civic Tech Lab because I'm going to this event, which is really cool. Basically, you know, Hacks and Hackers.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing like a really, really big conference in Buenos Aires, and really cool people. So I think I'm going to learn a lot also about like organization and bring some ideas to the Civic Tech Lab.
Okay, perfect. Cool.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Okay. So take care, and I see you.
Yeah, next week as soon as we have information.
Awesome.
We're talking about that.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. Thank you, and I see you next week.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.